18 months, AI is going to be, or it's at least going to feel like a weapon of mass destruction because it's going to be wielded for the purpose of cutting costs.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the new Road Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. In the stock market, we have the Dow up, we have S&P flat, and we have the Nasdaq down. Now we get news from Mt.Gox, and we have a whale testing transactions. And remember, guys, we received the Mt.Gox news, we pulled back, but no one sold. Remember, the Fed just doesn't say, I took your money. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, don't forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now down. We have the dollar down, and this is the lowest we've seen the dollar in a while. Then we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC, and then we have the Fed. Repo at $324 billion. Make sure you're pulling on a daily basis during the week, as we see is creeping up. And we get more economic data. CPI rose as expected. Remember, it's always as expected. But we know in September the Fed is definitely going to be cutting rates because they look at core. They notice inflation is not going anywhere because it's all corporate greed. Remember, it's a handful of companies that own everything. They could lower prices down tomorrow. Remember, they want this inflation, so therefore it's destroying the consumer, so therefore they can bring in all these machines. You heard what Danielle said. In the next 6 to 18 months, AI is going to feel like a weapon of mass destruction because it's all about cost cutting. You're going to have a lot of layoffs, a lot of unemployment. And that's the reason why we hear the drums getting louder, the ships getting in position. So guess what you need to do? Make sure you're getting yourselves in position. And I told you, now that we're rolling into September, it's time to focus on you. Those friends and family that didn't listen, keep it moving. If you're able to put a little to the side for them, that's fine. But you definitely want to get yourself in position because, guys, we can clearly see what's coming. It's only going to take one crisis to put everybody back in the home. And we know the NWO causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution that they've had ready for over 20 years. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are down. Now Bitcoin ETF options are expected to launch before 2025. And the Bitcoin and Ethereum options probably will launch together because we know they want the casino wide open because we're definitely going to be headed down. But remember the goal, the fourth industrial revolution. Those who could hang tight are going to be rewarded. We know how the NWO works. Now getting over into a little crypto news. We have Coinbase to offer cryptocurrency services in Hawaii. And we know that's all about adoption. And we have Renzo enters Solana liquid restaking and set to launch Easy Soul on Jito. And guys, we know how important staking is going to be for the fourth industrial revolution. Now we have Goldman Sachs reports 418 million in spot Bitcoin ETF holdings as of June 30th. And remember, guys, Bitcoin was supposed to put the banks out of business. Now the banks are running Bitcoin. You can't make this stuff up. And lastly, we have MetaMask starts rollout of blockchain-based debit card developed with MasterCard Baanx. And again, the big banks, the same banks, are running crypto right now. They're just integrating the new technology. Remember what Gary Gensler said. This monopoly that the banks have, they're not giving it up, but they're definitely take your technology to make the system better. And we're seeing it right in front of our eyes. And all you have to do is follow the money. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.